So here's this next problem. It's the integral of secant x dx. And as my 8th grade teacher would say, you cannot change the problem. You cannot change the problem. And so this one, I'm not going to change it, but I'm going to write this as secant x times 1 dx. So I've not changed the problem. Now that 1, I'm going to write it in a creative way. So this will be the integral of secant x times secant x plus tangent x over secant x plus tangent x dx. So I have not changed the problem. Now this secant x, that's first, well that's really secant x over 1. So I guess I'll write it that way. Secant x over 1 times secant x plus tangent x over secant x plus tangent x dx. And I'm going to multiply these two fractions. So the secant x over 1, the secant x is going to distribute. And this would be secant squared x plus secant x tangent x over secant x plus tangent x dx. Now I told you on one of the previous problems, a good thing to kind of do when you have a fraction. Now I have that single fraction dx. So a good thing you want to remember, put it in your toolbox, separate the numerator from the denominator. So I will write this as 1 over secant x plus tangent x times, now the numerator, secant squared x plus secant x tangent x dx. Anybody see it yet? What's it going to be?
Secant tangent plus tangent x. It's going to be u.
Yes, it's a U-substitution. Now, if you're not quite seeing that U-substitution, I might throw in one more step, and it's just the commutative property that secant squared x plus secant x tangent x, maybe we can write it as secant x tangent x plus secant squared x dx. Okay, so this is a U-substitution. What's the derivative of secant x?
Secant tangent.
Secant tangent. What's the derivative of tangent x?
Secant squared.
Secant squared x. That if I say u is secant x plus tangent x, then du, that's right here. Du is secant x tangent x plus secant squared x. I'll put my over dx there because I'm running out of space there. So here it is. This is the integral of 1 over u du. That's it. What's the antiderivative of 1 over u du? ln absolute u plus c. And so the final answer, ln absolute secant x plus tangent x plus c. All right, so that's one of those formulas you'll kind of want to know as well. It'll come up a little bit in chapter 7. And as a part of a bigger problem,